first question you probably have to ask yourself is, why do you want to implement ESG in your organization? Is it because you want to make sure that your brand image is protected? Are you looking for long-term returns? Are you making sure that you decrease your investment risk? Or just simply, is it an altruistic approach? Do you truly believe this is, the way forward for the world? So once you've defined that in your organization, this will also define how you implement it across your different layers and how this will be built within the different teams. What we've noticed, for example, an interesting point is that back, I would say 3 years ago, when it first started out, when ESG became important and started to become part of the investment cycles, we've noticed that mostly the bigger investment companies were looking at it. And those bigger investment companies were starting to build a sort of dedicated team, a dedicated investment team that was located probably not too far away from the investment team. So it's a research team that provided information towards the investment team, and that's it. So we've seen that probably fitted nicely with let's do an assessment on how this will fit into our long-term revenue, a brand image, etc. But what we're seeing today is it's changing. That shift is happening. What we're seeing is that investment managers are rather than creating this a very almost specialized group of experts, they're trying to build it in throughout the entire organization. And that's interesting to see in the poll questions as well, where we see that 20% indeed are looking, to see that happening from top to bottom. But what we do notice is that smaller asset management companies, smaller investors that are now starting to look at ESG are implementing it company-wide. So it's no longer driven by the board that is looking at it, that, hey, this is the next big thing. We have to do this. Investors are looking at us. Let's do this. It becomes part of the culture. And what that means is it's not only going to be the investment team. It's going to be the operational teams as well. It's going to be the marketing team. It's going to be the investment, obviously the head of the company as well. But that changes the perspective, and that changes also the way that it's going to be integrated, the budget that's going to be allocated to it, the research effort and the data management. All of that will be defined through that. So that's the key shift we're seeing today, moving away from specialist teams towards a full-fledged, application of ESG throughout the organization.